So first of all, welcome back to CISG114, Section 1, Web Technology and Light. Today is day number 19 into week number 10. So in other words, this is the last week for learning contract number 3. And by the end of this week, you have 2 days time to submit your learning artifacts for learning contract number 3. That is November the 1st and November the 2nd, namely, it's next Monday, okay? But next Monday is a holiday, so you do not need to come back, all right? And so you have up to next Monday evening, 11:55, to submit your learning artifacts. And then kindly be reminded that next Thursday you have to return, all right? And I have informed you which computer room to go by this Thursday, okay? So may I invite team number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get ready for your 2 minutes, very brief introductions of your work. That's of the learning contract number 3 up to today, okay? And then you return into the second round of in-class sharing by all the members in your team. So may I invite team number 1, are you here? Team number 1. Team number 1, 2 minutes, only 2 minutes. 1 representative, all right? For that 2 minutes, yes. Thank you very much. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm a member of team number 1, Wendy. Today we'll talk about building an interactive website, hardware and software, benefits of business online, and how to effect people's software grades. Later we will talk about this course. Thank you, that's all.
Okay, you have used fewer time than 2 minutes, less time than 2 minutes. Thank you very much. So may I invite team number 2 at this point, Alexa.
Good morning, everyone. So I prepared a PowerPoint, but I'll just show it later on in the class. And if you remember, we had a list of what we're going to do. We're a little bit behind schedule, but I still believe that we can accomplish it by the end of this week. And that this week we've been searching more and more about our topics and starting on our reports and trying to complete our journals, but we still haven't completed everything, but I think we're still in good progress.
Okay, thank you, Alexa. So we're waiting for your second round of sharing. Team number 3.
Hello everyone.
Good morning, Haley.
Yes, good morning. We're now about to get to the end, of the learning contract number 3 because we've already finished our report.
Wow.
And then we're about to combine all these facts together, and then we will be doing all these things by Wednesday, yes. And then we will have more discussions and see what other changes can be made. Yes.
Thank you very much, Haley. It's a very brief and concise but up to the point briefing. We're looking forward to your second round of sharing. So team number 4. Thank you, Nicholas.
Last week, we talked about some definition and give some example of new media. Today's class, we were going to find some advantage and disadvantage of the new media based on the definition and the example we gave last class. For the learning contract 3, each of us in the team have done our own part, and then we are going to combine the different parts together to the report and do the PPT together in this week. This is what we are going to do for today and for this week.
Thank you, Nicholas. Very good. Very up to the point. And our last team, number 5. Good morning.
Going to do the digital story, the storyline of the story, and we are going to do the report.
Thank you. Thank you. We're looking forward to a second round of sharing. Now you have about 10 to 15 minutes time to get ready for the second round of sharing, in which each member of your team needs to get ready to share something. All right? Yes, just to remind you, your presentation is not scheduled next week because next Monday is a holiday and next Thursday is the midterm. So your in-class presentations of the teamwork is scheduled 1 week after next week on Monday and Thursday. And each team will be given 30 minutes time to do your in-class presentations. But remember, get your wiki ready. When you do the in-class presentations, your wiki is very important, all right? So make sure you understand it.
And it's been a great pleasure for you folks here again tonight. And this last piece is called Variations on the Canon by Apocalypse.
So when the music starts, you will have 10 minutes left. Maria. Thank you. Fritz, it's absence today, right? That makes sense. Ruiz. Annie. Thank you. Daryl is here. Nicholas is here. Tom is here. And then Haley is here. Rico is here. Kesley is here. Sita is here. Tommy is here. Ariel is here. Renee is here. Kenneth is here. Eddie, thank you. Coco, thank you. Actors. Eric is here. Regina is not here today. So, your turn. Now it's your turn. So it's team number 1 ready. You need some more time?
Yes.
Okay, give me 5 more minutes. So everybody, if we have 5 more minutes, we will have another piece of music. So remember, after learning contract number 3, each one of you should have already done 5 times the in-class participations. Okay? And if you add a little bit on the 2 minutes sharing at the beginning, depending on who did it, you will have more than 5 times actually. So what you need is, remember you need 10 times in-class participations in order to earn the 20%. Do not give it back to me, okay? The 20% is very important for you. So what you can do after the learning contract number 3, during the last milestone, which we have 4 weeks time in November, you try to do a little bit more sharing in class, okay? This is during the time of learning portfolio, all right? So, and you need to keep a record of these. How are you going to keep the record? In your learning portfolios, which is basically a wiki, you need to have a table of your in-class participations. When, day what? For example, today is day number 19, okay? Day number 19 is October the 26th. And then you keep the YouTube video link, all right? And which period did you appear? For example, from minute 20 to 23, then you keep that record, which is one record. And you need 10 such records in order to earn the 20%. It's not difficult, all right? Everything is already on the Buddha side. So make sure you count, all right? This serves to encourage class participation, all right? So you need to log in. We will pass the time now to team number 1. All the members of team number 1, would you please get ready? So this team, we have Rico, Ariel, Renee, and Maria. And today she's going to share with us things based on the PowerPoint and also from the wiki.
Good morning, everyone. Today we will talk about the building an effective website first, about the hardware and software, and then we will talk about the main benefits of business going online. The main benefits of business going online because it has lower operation costs. We don't need to pay for the fancy office. You can work from your garage and nobody cares about it. And the internet marketing is a lot of affordable than the traditional market, and it gives a lot of effective and target than the traditional market.
And the other one is internet marketing is a lot more effective and target than traditional marketing. That like you can search products online directly, and every day people use the internet more and more to find products they want to buy and service they want to hear. Like I know some of the places in mainland China, they have a lot of apps that you can find a chef to come to your home to cook for you. If you prepare the food to them to help you to cook if you don't know how to cook. And the last one is since the operation costs are low and the savings can be passed to the customers and customers are saving money.
Thank you, Ariel.
Hardware and software. When considering the computer office equipment required to start the e-business, we have to take into account hardware and software. The main hardware requirement is our computer office. It's important to take some time to gain a general understanding of computer terms and capabilities so as to be well informed before making a purchase. Some points to consider when purchasing a PC include the processor speed, memory, hard drive space, multimedia, networking card, etc. And the software will also be required to operate the e-business. This may include email programs, internet browsers, office programs such as word processors, presentation.
Thank you, Maria.
Nowadays, physical store transforming online shopping is continuing in the traditional ways. Long time ago, people were shopping in a physical store to buy the products or to make an order until you can get it. In this day, people can make any order online, and someone will send it in front of your door and get it in time. It becomes more effective. On the other hand, people can leave comments and share the products, and it has a function of promoting to help the sellers. It's more convenient. The traditional ways. Next time we will conclude this project. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Do you need to show it something on the wiki? No, it's all right. It's from your wiki, right? Thank you. Now, may I invite team number 2? Now, in order not to disturb your sharing, I need to shut down this music, which is our timekeeper. I'm sorry, I forgot to shut it down minutes ago. Okay, you got your USB over. Please check. So on to team number 2.
Hello, good morning everyone, and we're team number 2, and unfortunately, Regine is not here right now, so we can't say much about her part, so we'll just settle with ours. So last week, these are the things we wanted to put. And right now, we're still somewhere in the top, but not everything is finished, but hopefully by this week or by Thursday, we can finish everything. So we've started working on our wiki, and this is an old version. We already made a newer one. And so, for YouTube,
Yeah, I'm still working on YouTube and working on the same thing. And I'm the secretary of this group, and tonight we are going to meet tonight and talk about our own
this is Regina's topic, but unfortunately she's not here. So for my topic, I'm still working on it. But now I will briefly talk about its disadvantages and advantages in
business is that it gives a fast and really convenient connections to many people, to millions of potential users and customers for your business. And however, Facebook can allow a user to even post false allegations about your business on a page for anyone to see.
So my topic are the applications, and these are some examples I found over the weekend. Actually, team number 1, they talked about online shopping for a while, and most of our topics are about businesses online and how to set them up. So I found some Instagram users that sells makeup, swimsuits, and different clothes. And this is a Starbucks application, which you can actually order online already and pay for it online. And there's one thing from China, but unfortunately I couldn't find any Starbucks app for Macau. And it's not really clear, but it's a Pizza Hut. And it's quite similar to Starbucks, so you can order everything online, you can pay for it through your phone, and you can even choose your own pizza or make your own pizza, which I thought was quite entertaining and interesting.
This is our meeting minutes for tonight. We will meet at 7 p.m. in E6 for collaboration of our reports. So hopefully by tonight we'll be able to finish our report. For our report, our group will follow these guidelines. So here are the guidelines that we're supposed to include in our report. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the 3 ladies in this team number 2. And hopefully by first day when you come to share again, we have more details. Now, may I invite team number 3. Please do not close the Moodle, all right? Please do not close the Moodle. Okay, again, we have 3 members from team number 3 today. Because
that's a shame because Chris is not here and he will be presenting the last part. But anyway, and the other thing is we didn't have a PPT yet because we are about to connect the ideas, and more importantly, it's like a whole thing. We're just following the instructions and it's not yet done. But anyway, that will be finished soon, I guess. So social networking is basically our topic, but we have basically 2 questions from now on. The first is how social networking changed our life. The second is how to find balance in getting benefit from the whole invention of social networking. So, okay, Kenneth will be presenting his part on the development of social networking.
This week is my part and my work on this week, and find some research of the development of the social networking, and there is social networking is not similar as the social network, because social networking is talking about the social website, and it's one part of social network, but not the same one. And I found that there's 5 generations of social networking. And the first generation is the email. And first service the people used to communicate with each other by the internet. And the next generation is ICQ. It's first online instant messaging and computer software. And the next part is Senga. It's also at the first of the center is used to sharing some reviews of music and photos, but after that it's become a blog website, and it closed at 2013 because no more user use it. And after that, this is the Facebook. Facebook is the most popular social website today, and it has 1.44 billion monthly active user to use it. And the last generation is the YouTube. Begin more and more user to sharing some video on the YouTube. So found some reason why people like to use social networking. The first is the opportunity to meet new people. The social networking website are user friendly, and they are free to use. Have business to reach out, and people desire community on the internet. That's my part, and we are trying to collect each part to finish the report.
As Joaquin said, the development also help the business to invest to explore their market. As it is free to use, so they have no cost for business to open their for business to begin their business. Sorry, and so it developed from different types of e-business, and I found out that mostly e-business is used by B2B, which means by business to business, because it mainly occurs in the private sector, and business can order their raw materials to produce their products accurately by using e-commerce, and there are also high percentage for business to say yes for some advantages for B2B e-commerce, such as they able to do business with supplier when it's convenient and to save time. And nextly, it will be business to customer. It's convenient for customer to shop 7 days a week or 24 hours in a day. And for C2C customers, it's very convenient for second-hand purchase, just like from eBay, because And recently, I found out that there are a new types of business, just like B2B, which means by business to people. This type of business is very special. It's because people are found more about business, so they can have more personal service for this type of business. And nextly, I'll talk about some main ideas of using social network for business, the advantages of using social network for business, and yes, it will be listed in my report. Lastly, I will talk more about social networking benefits in other aspects of our life. Thank you.
Yeah. So, and then at the same time, we see that even if the social networking sites are user-friendly, it's still problems occur in it when people get addicted to it. Because we're seeing the development of social networking from the beginning. Okay, from email, people send letters through the birds, through the birds, and then emails, and then a lot of things. And I remember when I was a kid. I kind of knew the term ICQ, but I didn't use because I have no idea what it is. And now we can't use it anymore because it's just descending. And like the other popular social networking websites like Facebook and YouTube are popular now. So because of that, we see I found that there are problems, and I found the data shocking. And here, the first one is really deteriorating the community, which is cybercrime, because people make use use of the social networking, and then they become cyber criminals, and then they started to hack, to steal things from, especially the privacy, and then also they try to get to the healthcare centers, and they get a lot of private information from the patients as well. So I see that these data show it's shown that the illegal merchants, they don't have to wait 15 years to do research and development. They simply can steal things easily online because it's just widespread, and then everybody can get access to it. So I've also found a lot of types of cybercrimes, and then there is just the news that recently there's research saying what happened in 2015. He said that 5 cybercrimes on the rise in 2015. You know what are the 5? These are the state-sponsored infrastructure. They're saying, we're not looking at the people's privacy. We're looking at that state. So that is getting a lot serious. And also the cybersecurity companies, and they have a lot of companies like this, and they think it is already a business, like what Ed said. So and so on and so forth. The other is like cyberbullying, and it happens to not just kids and now teenagers. And I wonder if you have experienced cyberbullying, and I think it's bad, but it's actually happening, like Facebook, Twitter. They didn't actually bully in real life, but also a lot easier they have access to bullying online, like Facebook, and then so on and so forth. And like words are powerful, right? So people usually bully online, and they have access. So the facts and the statistics are based on what is really going on now, because it's about to show comparison into other problems, which is addiction. And addiction is basically underlying in the social networking, and then the problem of isolation occurs where people may not leave from, or may not turn away from the social networking. So that's problematic. So finally, Chris will be doing his part of the solutions and also the perspective. And the question comes to us, which is how to find a balance in getting benefits from the invention of social networking. It's the main topic, it's the main idea of our project, and we see to help students out and to actually make our life better based on that. So that's our sharing. And we will be doing the report back, the PPT, and also as soon as possible.
Yes, thank you very much, team number 3 and Haley, and looking forward to your first days in class sharings again. Is team number 4, are you ready? Thank you, team number 4, the all men's group.
Morning.
Good morning.
And as with the lecture, we just finished our own part, and we try to connect them together and finish our report. So sorry for the PPT, so we haven't done it yet. But today we will talk about the advantage and the disadvantage of new media. So the first advantage is that social media offers opportunity for professional online networking and the desirable business tool. For example, the Taobao in the mainland China got millions of users on it, and people can buy almost everything, like food, toys, clothes, and the social media make like a benefit tool. It's also a tool that allows the to put online resume and series on their profile so that they can stay connected with the business people. And the get job offered by only people looking through their profile. Moreover, instead of going through your business cards and remembering each person, you can easily look up their names and check their profile on it. So that's my point.
Thank you, Eric.
The second advantage of the hotel is that use the new media, we can always stay connected with people all over the world. You know, if I am in Europe and you are in America, I can just talk to you through some new media applications in a few seconds, and that is so convenient. You know, your old friends or all your families who live far away for colleges, you can connect with them anytime, anywhere you want. And it has been much more easier for people to communicate with us, unlike the old days. We can share in the moment, we can send in the pictures, even the videos, you know, the FaceTime or something else, through the social network. And this what makes we connect with other people. And this makes long distance people get more and more shots, and that's my part.
Thank you, Darryl. Okay, thank you, Tom. Is it Nicholas or Hector's turn?
Well, what I want to talk about is the disadvantage of the new media. First is about the information style. But sometimes we put forward some personal information on QQ or WeChat. Of course, it is not on purpose, but perhaps someone will use this information to harm our And second is the false information. Sometimes in order to catch the attention by the popular, the wage maker perhaps will not put forward some right information on their page. And this is also a kind of false information.
Thank you, Hector.
I will introduce another disadvantage of the new media. Is the popularization of the new media compared to the traditional media. We know that the newspaper is a kind of traditional media. You can get it from everywhere. But if you want to get the information by the new media, you must first get devices like the computer or the iPhone or iPad. Also, there are more people rely on the TV and the newspaper, especially the old age people like my grandparents. They don't like to use the phone or the computer, not more than iPad or something high-technology things. So they were more likely to watch TV or listen to the radio and get a paper to watch. So the TV, radio, the paper, the information on it can be more accepted by the. This is all of our presentation class work today, and I will talk about some information we will do for this week. We get our whole things we want about new media in now, and each of us in the team has done part of it. And for I think the Wednesday we will do it together to make the report and do the presentation this Wednesday. And we will read our PPT as soon as possible and get done with Wiki this Wednesday.
Thank you very much, team number 4. So the last team is team number 5. We have 3 ladies today.
Today I'm going to talk about the history of e-learning. The term e-learning has only been in existence since 1999, long before the internet was launched. Distance courses were being offered to provide students with education on particular subjects or skills. And in 1934, the first testing machine was invented. This device allowed students to test themselves. The first e-learning system were really only set up to deliver information to students, but as we entered the 70s, e-learning started to become more interactive, and nowadays virtual learning environments began to truly thrive, with people gaining access to a wealth of online information and e-learning opportunities.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Today I have found more information about future e-learning trends and technologies in the global e-learning industry. E-learning with an active app, just to be clear, mobile e-learning is not e-learning in a mobile device, since the proper content convention requires skillful instructionally design and development skills. The continuous development of mobile devices, which are equipped with digital compasses, dual camera, incredible audio, and so on, coupled with their obvious advantage of mobility with e-learning to a growing level. And the future of e-learning is bright. It's great. All we have to do is encouraging new e-learning methods to flourish and older e-learning technology to develop.
Thank you, Popo.
I'll talk about the benefit of e-learning. One of the impacts of the curriculum has been a flash of the potential of e-learning. We try to take a look at some of the research and examine the benefits of e-learning, including lower cost, faster delivery, more effective learning, lower environmental impact. For example, the lower cost. There appears to be little agreement that e-learning can be more cost-effective to deliver than classroom-based training. And the other, learning can go at their own pace, not at the pace of the slowest member of the group. And learners learn what they need to learn. They can give elements of a program they don't need. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. The 3 of you have already shared a very good part of your work. We are looking forward to this first day's sharing, which is just 3 or 4 days before the deadline. Thank you very much. public comment. May I just remind you that because the wiki is a very convenient medium, where you can put your material here. So the next time it's expected you will make the best use of the wiki to show us your work. All right. So we would like to see how you present your work in terms of the work done by individual members of the team, individual pairs of the team, which is very important. So make the best use of those very important things. All right? You do not need to log in with your account when you're using your wiki because I got access to all of the information here. So team number 3's wiki, you have to get it ready. Team number 4, yes, the wiki looks at the very beginning. Okay, so make the best of the effort to modify your wiki. Delete those that are not important, okay? And keep those very important parts so that everybody can understand what your teams are up to. All right? So, and remember, when you use your wiki, please make sure you're using the team name, all right, to show us your work. In case you use the pair, only 2 members in your pair, or 3 members in your pair can read. The other team member cannot. Makes the best use of the team name of the wiki. All right. So this is already week number 10. So when you look at the Moodle side and also compare that with the syllabus, you can see that number 10, week number 10 is the last important week to introduce to you to the topics of this course, Web Technology and Life. Now, we're going to put those tools together when you step into the learning portfolio, including how to use the YouTube recorder to keep track of the short videos that introduce your work done in the course when you come to the learning portfolio, okay? So it will be very interesting. You also need to use some podcasting tools, recording the voice on a specific piece of software called Vocaloo, and you send the voice link back to your learning portfolio. That will be very exciting, all right? So this is week number 10. Principally speaking, today you also need to understand a little bit more. So let me try to see if I can show you this.
Hello, Mr. Dembo. Hello, Mr. Davidson. We're here to talk about video tools in the wide open universe of the Web 2.0, and this is my favorite part, because you can create videos that do such wonderful things. And let's start with one of the most popular sites in education of all, Animoto.com.
This is very interesting.
Animoto.com is a place where you can take your photos, combine them with sound to create essentially like a music video.
Yeah, it's a 3-step process. It's very, very simple, which is why it's so popular. The first thing you do is you upload your images.
The next thing you do is you add your music.
You can pick from music that they have on their site, which is terrific. And then you
finalize the video. And just choose what you want the thumbnail to be and whether you want to speed it up or slow it down, and click save.
And then what you get is stills turned into a pretty engaging video. Now let's take a look at what one class has done with this using Martin Luther King's speech. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia. See, I think that's very powerful. And again, it's the power of music and the power of images working together to give us, I think, a nice instructional resource.
Now the key is that you want to make sure that when you go to Animoto, you go to actually animoto.com/education. When you go to that side, you'll be able to register as an educator, which will unlock all the premium features that are only available normally to paid subscribers. Now, one of those features happens to be the ability to upload your own audio files, including something like this, maybe a speech that you created, or, as we saw in the MLK video, a historical speech.
Now, you register as an educator there, but the other thing to do at that place is look at lots of the other examples, because people have done really wonderful things with Animoto.com.
Now that's all well and good if you want to take other photos and add create music videos from them, but what if you want to do something like animate your own photo?
Well, avatar?
Absolutely.
That you can do at another really cool site, gizmos.com. Gizmos.com is a site that lets you create avatars of yourself, sort of cartoon characters that you can then use in your video.
Absolutely. So you can actually have an avatar of yourself introduce a lesson, or you use it to build prior knowledge for a unit.
It's a lot of fun. So here's what you do. You go to the site. You can either upload your own picture, or you can take the pictures that they have there. And you see they've got celebrities, they have animals, they have the president, they have anyone that you think might be engaging for introducing a lesson or giving a fact.
Now, once you've chosen which avatar or which face you want to use, you're going to next pick your scene. You're going to choose a backdrop for it, and if you want, you can even insert a video you're going to see to play behind you.
So this is sort of the theater backdrop, and a teacher has used an Obama avatar to introduce a lesson on mitosis. So let's take a look at that.
Let's get started. Time is a movie about my children. I want you kids to yell out what stage my children should be. Now get to work.
And you can see it goes into the instructional video from there.
Right, and that's just fun. Again, it's a break, it's engaging, it's all the thing that a Web 2.0 tool is supposed to do. Not only is it fun, but once you have a video, you can then share it around like all the great sites of Web 2.
Minutes to learn, and it's going to make your lessons a lot more engaging.
All right, so let's say we want to really create a whole video using just animated characters. Is there a site for that?
Not only do we have a site, this is one of those ones that's a real game changer. It's completely different than anything else you've ever seen. It's called extranormal.com. Now, extranormal.com is unlike any other Web 2.0 video tool out there. It gives you complete control over a digital story that you create.
So what you do is begin by picking a scene and the number of actors you want.
And once you do that, it takes you to a very basic editor where you can storyboard it out and animate your movie. Now, when you type up your script here, you're not actually going to record your voice. It's going to take that transcription and you'll provide a text-to-speech option that will read it aloud.
The rest of these icons are really the total control you have in Extranormal. Those are actions, those are expressions, and those are camera angles, which means you can start at a close-up, go up above. You can do all the things that a really high-flying director would do, but all with complete control of your own story.
Now, should we take a look at an example of what someone could create using this?
Yeah, this is from a middle school, and they did their final podcast of the year using Extranormal. So let's look at the final podcast from a middle school.
You know what? What? It is the last podcast of the year.
That is sad.
Yeah, I know.
Like also said is that I won't be able to see you next year.
You will be in high school next year. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, you gotta love middle school. And that's a lot of fun. I wish we could watch all of that. It gets very, very funny. And that's the nice thing about this kind of content creation.
Well, we have just 1 minute left. Do you see the point of introducing to you this? These are all types of tools you can choose to enhance your digital story and also to enhance your learning portfolio. When you come down to be doing your own presentation showcase. Well, today I just happen to have the time left to show you this. What you can find is basically, I got this from day number 20, okay? This is the second day of this week. I've included a lot of those tools here so that you can read and watch them and choose on your own what to use, okay? So I think that's it for today. It's already 11:17. You have to go to the next class. I'm looking forward to your first day's in-class sharing. Just the last day before you turn in the artifacts, okay? Have you forgot to, oh yes, you did it, okay? Go out your USB. Okay, I'll see you back here on Thursday, all right?